GM, everybody. How's it going? Awesome to have such a big group today. Excited for this special edition Dragon's Den. We're gonna have a bunch of Epoch 8 projects pitch for 30 seconds before they ask a question that's somehow related to their project. So pretty excited about that. The rest is gonna be business as usual. You will have 30 seconds to answer the question on Kahoot. And yeah, the people who have the most amount of points in the end will get some GLM home. So pretty excited about that. Let me share the screen here. All right, there you go. You should be seeing my screen. Let me lower the volume of the music bot as well. Feel free to start joining. Let me share the link as well. And we're gonna start in a couple minutes. Awesome, 40 people. Exciting stuff. All right, share the link there in the chat. You can also join via kahoot.it and input the code that is in the screen that I'm sharing, whatever works best for you. And yeah, so, oh nice, more people showing up here. And yeah, just to recap also for our Epoch 8 projects who are participating here, I shared with you a list of who's coming on first with the order, and I'm still gonna call kind of two before it's your turn. That should be a button on the next to the disconnect button next to your camera options. So whenever it's your turn, or about to be your turn, will strictly 30 seconds to pitch your project. Really just a quick one-liner and maybe a highlight. And then we will show your question for people to answer. Yeah, this is a Dragon's Den, so we're going to be very strict with the time. I'm going to be timing the 30 seconds. So please be really strict with that. All right, cool. See more people joining still, so let's wait a few more minutes. We have 23 and 40. Hey, Token Bryce. I see you. Like I can bring you up here. I saw the button, but you can also just text in the chat, and I will.
Hey, thank you.
Pull you up. You see. You are there. Hello, sir. Okay, awesome. Sit out quickly. I can put you up here and we'll put you down. But it should work fine. We did this before, and worst case scenario, you can just say a message in the chat and I will ask you to come up, send you a ping. Cool. Of course, Token Bryce. That's not a problem at all. Getting ready here. So it's working out, as you can see. Moving everyone to the audience now so we can start. Let's see how many people joined. 30. Okay. Make sure you're in, because in 10 seconds we are gonna start. We're gonna be recording this Dragon's Den as well, so it's gonna be a nice resource for all other people who want to learn about your projects in a very quick clip. So should be pretty good. Nice. Right. Party time. Yes, sir. Lauren, are you able to join?
Testing.
There you go.
Yeah, I am able to.
Cool. So yes, sir. Okay, awesome. Yeah, we hear you perfectly. So the first ones to go are gonna be Commit Boost. Then we're gonna have Bundlebear, who cannot be here, but I will read it for them. And after BlockScout. So if whoever is coming from Commit Boost this year, please request to speak. I'm gonna put you up here, and we can kick this off. And if you want to join, if you just joined here the Discord, you can still join. You can also join in the middle of the round. There's always some chances to make it. So all right, let's kick it off. All right, so yeah, we're in the Dragon's Den Epoch 8 edition. Excited for this. There we go. We have Drew here ready to throw his question about Commit Boost.
Hey, everyone.
All right.
Yes.
So just to recap the dynamic. Hey, yes, perfect. Give me 1 sec. Just to recap the dynamic. Each project has 30 seconds to pitch. Then they will ask a question related to their project for the trivia. You can earn points for replying correctly, and the faster you do it, the more points you get. First prize gets 800 GLM, second 400 GLM, and third 200 GLM. And we're also sometimes giving away prizes for the best gifs or memes in the chat box here. So feel free to be creative. And yes, without further ado, let's start with Commit Boost. Thanks for coming, Drew. You have 30 seconds.
Hey everyone, yeah, I'm Drew, working on a new validator sidecar to return autonomy to Ethereum's proposers. The question that I have is, what feature will Commit Boost enable for Ethereum to offer 100 millisecond confirmations for transactions?
What feature will allow Ethereum to offer 100 millisecond confirmation for transactions? 30 seconds to reply. All right, we have 17 correct answers. And Drew, I give you a chance now to give some more context, if you want, about this question and what you guys are working on.
Yeah, these are pre-confirmations is correct. This is, you interact with this in society today. When you swipe your Visa at Starbucks, the money doesn't actually go to Starbucks, but they get a confirmation from Visa and you get your coffee. So similar concept. This especially helps on base rollups. There's other things Commit Boost enables outside of pre-comps, but this is the first use case.
Amazing. Yeah, very excited for pre-comps. Thank you for coming on, Drew. And next we're going to have Bundlebear, and if someone, but in the meantime, let's check out the scoreboard. We have Leo on top, Mati second, and Donnie on the third. B brought fourth, and Mate on the fifth place. Nice. 17 people got it right. So there's probably 17 people with points somewhere there. Multi-select with one correct answer. Yes, exactly. I think Kahoot sometimes does that, and it's kind of like a trick question. But yeah, it was only one. Cool. So next we have Bundlebear, and they couldn't be here, unfortunately. But Bundlebear is an open source dashboard that tracks the adoption of smart accounts, as we can see there on the screen. And let's see what question they have prepared for us. Which Ethereum standard made it possible to upgrade regular EOA wallets to smart accounts? Okay, this one's showing that it's multi-select as well, but I'll give you the hint that it's only one. And I think all the questions are going to do that. So this is the last one I'm hinting you that it's only one answer. So we make it more interesting that way. All right, 20 answers in. Ooh, quite a lot got it wrong, actually. The answer was EIP 7702. That's the EIP that made wallets upgradable to smart accounts. Indeed, 7708. Let's see what's the scoreboard. And if anyone from BlockScout is here, please request to speak or say something in the chat. I will bring you to the scoreboard. Ben Broad is on the first place, Donnie second, AJ third, Wasabi up slowly. Very good. And hello, Andrew. How's it going?
Good. How you doing? I'm
Good,
Andrew
good.
from
Great to have you
BlockScout here.
And we can
Go ahead.
Yeah, we can. So you have 30 seconds to talk about the project, and then right out when you finish, we're gonna show the question. Sorry, I didn't clarify that earlier for Drew, but after you finish talking about BlockScout, then we show the question, and then you can ask it there.
Sounds good. So BlockScout is an open source block explorer for all EVM chains. Support L2s, rollups, over 1,600 instances in the wild that we know of. A few things we're working on right now is a completely self-service explorer where you can go in and launch your own explorer for your own chain, as well as some MCP server things so that AI and blockchain work a little better together.
Awesome. Thank you. And now let's check out the question.
Ooh,
how many verified contracts have been deployed on Ethereum mainnet to date? Indeed, I had to change it. I did contact someone from your team, but
good.
They suggested the verified contracts. So it's verified contracts, not all contracts. 1.6 million is the correct answer. Let's see what's the scoreboard. Yeah, and this is the kind of information that you can find at BlockScout. If you want to comment a little bit on that, Andrew.
Yeah, sure. So there's over, I think, close to 80 million contracts on Ethereum that have been deployed, and only a small portion are verified. It is very easy to verify through BlockScout. We're actually working on a verification initiative with others in the space, including Sourceify and RouteScan. It's called the Vera initiative. So trying to get more and more verified contracts out there so that you can see the code and interact with those contracts.
Amazing stuff. Thanks, Andrew. And next up, we're going to have Shutter Network. So if, Loring, I think somewhere there, if you want to request to speak, there we go. And let's check out the scoreboard in the meantime. We have B Broad on top. Still, Jan Billy climbed up. Congrats, second place. Let's see if you can keep it. Donny still on the third. Hang on strong. But very close to him is Mate with 1 point less than him and AG on the fifth place. So, hey, Loring, how's it going, man?
Good. Thanks for having me on. Excited to be a part of Octant Epoch 8 with all of these epic projects. So,
they're epic indeed.
Yeah. And here's the pitch for Shutter Network. Have you ever done a deck swap and discovered that you got a worse price than you were expecting? And then you inspected the chain and you saw that someone traded just before and just after you, giving you a worse price. That's a sandwich attack. That's a type of malicious MEV. And Shutter Network, using encrypted mempools, prevents malicious MEV and allows for benign MEV without adding any additional centralization. And we would appreciate if you allocated some of your GLM rewards to us. Thank you.
Perfect. 30 seconds.
Boom.
Awesome. Boom. Thank you, Loring. That was right on time. And yeah, do you want to ask your question?
Yes. The question is, how much malicious MEV, i.e. front-running and sandwich attacks, has been stolen from users on Ethereum since the year 2020?
How much? There we go. 14 correct answers. It's approximately 2 billion. That is wild. Wanna talk a little bit about that, Loring?
Yeah. So basically, as I mentioned, malicious MEV is where someone can see your transaction in the public mempool and then place a transaction before it, that's front running, or before and after it, that's a sandwich attack. And Shutter, using encrypted mempools, prevents this by allowing you to encrypt the contents of your transaction before it goes into the public mempool, and then decrypt it only after it's in the block. And that means that no one can reorder your transaction and extract benefit from it.
Awesome, thank you. And we have Antonio saying that he's gonna screenshot this MV pool answer for the Ethereum time capsule. That's super cool. Yeah, that's huge. All right, yeah, just to remind everybody about the Kahoot. I don't know, it's bugged or something. So it's saying that all questions are multiple answer, but it's actually not like that. Some of them are, and I'm not going to tell you because now we make it more spicy thanks to this bug. But do make sure to click on submit after you've clicked on the answer or answers that you think are correct, so you don't lose your points. And remember that the faster you click, the more points you get. So, all right. And for people who just joined, I'm sharing the link again in case you want to jump on. I agree with Matej. TradFi is probably way worse, but still room to improve ourselves. If we can outdo them by a lot, then that's always good. Huh? Cool. Next up, we're going to have D2P Fuss, who cannot be here, unfortunately, but right after comes a CircuitScan, and I see Ben there. So when we finish with the next question, feel free to request to speak. And let's check out the scoreboard. We have big shift. Although Ben keeps the top with 1,010 points, Mate now climbed up to the full stuff. And we have next D2P Fuzz, which is integrated fuzzing for Ethereum CL and EL networking. So, and the question they have prepared for us is, get ready, how many network layer issues have been identified in the Ethereum clients, EL and CL, over the past 2 weeks? So EL is execution layer and CL consensus. So get your answers ready. Oh, there was a tricky one. It's more than 8. I believe he said it's 10 actually. So that's pretty interesting to hear. And let's check out the scoreboard. And in the meantime, Ben from CircuitScan, if you're around, please request to speak or message in the chat if you're available. There you go. And Gabe climbed to the top now. throwing out Ben to the third place. Decentralized ETH, Death is on the second place. Mate on the fourth, and Donnie still showing there on the fifth place. And hello, Ben. How's it going?
Hey, good. How's it going? You can hear me all right?
Good, good. I don't know if it's my internet or yours, but I hear you a little bit robotic. Can people here in the audience tell us if you hear Ben all right? I'll read it for you, of course. But I'm not sure if it's my internet actually, because it's been giving me trouble. All right. Cool. So yeah, we have CircuitScan, and CircuitScan basically does what Etherscan does with verified contract source code, but for ZK circuits. So yeah, pretty interesting for what's coming up with the new CK-centric roadmap for Ethereum. So pretty excited about this project as well. And let's see what question Ben has prepared for us. Which language is used to write most production ZK DApp circuits on Ethereum today? What's the answer? 6 answers in, and Circum is the correct answer. Let's see what's the scoreboard, and Remix comes up next, and right after comes DeFi Scan. So if anyone from Remix is here, oh, awesome.
Are you ready?
Hello, sir. Yes, how are you doing?
So Andrew from Remix here.
Cool, we hear you. Good.
Remix is the powerful
Go for it. You have 30 seconds.
Environment used globally as a platform for builders, educators, and researchers. And we are looking for Octant Epoch 8 support now that we've spun out of the EF, and we'll be entrusting our funding to the ecosystem at large. One exciting thing today, we just released our AI agent, and you can use the LLM of your choice. So we're pretty excited about that. Good to get on board the next billion users.
Question. Amazing. Thank you. Yes, going to your question.
This is an easy one. This is a buzzer beater. What is the first line of code if you want to build on Solidity? That's a gimme.
A little gift, or maybe not. You would be surprised. There you go. We have 17 correct answers. Yeah, that's probably the most used command for people who build on Remix. What do you say?
Yeah, oh sure. I mean, it's automatic in a lot of template cases, but yeah, I mean, it's that's the first thing you learn.
Indeed. And let's check out the scoreboard. In the meantime, I saw a bunch of people from DeFi Scans. Maybe Token Bryce wants to jump in. And Gabe has a streak of 5 on top. Decay on the second place. Io, new player on the third. Emilian still showing up there on the fourth. And Centralized Death on the fifth. All right. Cool, let's check out the chat here for a bit. DeFi Prince, come on, man, what is happening? Step up. And yeah, indeed, that's why ETH Global event is called Pragma. First thing you do before the actual hackathon. Pretty smart, huh? Good branding they have, these global folks. Love those. I'm not a dev. Yeah, right. Sometimes this specific domain knowledge that makes you win the Kahoot here. Multi-select. Yeah, that's ragging everyone, I feel. Yeah, we can fill our complaints to a Kahoot. All right, and we have Token Bryce here. Welcome, sir. Good to have you.
Hey. Glad to be here. Thanks for having us in the 8th round of Octant. Can I roll?
Of course. And tell us about DeFi Scan.
Yes. So DeFi Scan is here to help you assess the decentralization status of DeFi protocols, because it is essentially a full-time job and a very technical one. So you have a protocol reviewers that are cranking reviews essentially all day long and looking at the biggest protocol in DeFi to tell you precisely the compromise they are making. Each report will give you exhaustive information on a given protocol. Okay, the question then?
Cool, thank you. Yes, let's go to the question. I feel I'm interrupting sometimes. My internet is fucking with me today. Sorry
I think you have a delay.
Like 5-10 let's go to your question.
Okay, so what are the signs of healthy and decentralized protocol? Yeah, question got changed last minute. I'm really not happy with it, but we're gonna work with it. It's not accurate though. So those who answer, try to think weird.
My internet is really rugging me. So Gabe, if you can step up, please, sir.
Hello.
We hear you.
Nice.
I just need to figure out how to do the questions from the cohort. Can you DM me, Nico, so I can keep going? I don't know how to keep asking how to be the admin in their own cohort.
Hey, Gabe, I hear you, I think with delay, but Protocol Guild is next.
Give feedback, context on the question when you figure out your setup. So yeah, DeFi looks at several things, but one of the things they will be looking at is the chain the protocol is deployed on. So it's not necessarily a matter of liquidity; it's simply a matter of the trustlessness setup of the chain the protocol is deployed on. So that was for the blue questions. Now for the green question, the immutable contract, this is simply not the case. It's more a question of are your contract upgradable, and is this upgradability properly gated behind a reasonable process and cannot change the core logic of the protocol overnight. It's essentially the question of can you wake up one day and poof, the whole protocol is completely changed, maybe in a way that you don't like. Of course, we don't like that. And finally, the yellow one was about the autonomy of the protocol. So is the protocol dependent on a piece of infrastructure like oracles, but not necessarily Oracle? It could be tons of different things, cross-chain protocol, cross-chain messaging protocol, and so on. And here the question is there a check in places? Is there redundancy? Essentially, do you have a single piece of infrastructure that could fail and that would pretty much destroy the protocol? Of course, we don't like that either. And the red one was a bit of a trap. It seems like not many of you fall for it, so good job. And essentially, unverified contracts are a bit the bane of our existence at DeFi. We keep finding them all around DeFi in many protocols, in some very important ones. And obviously, it's not a good practice at all. Unverified contract means that we cannot make sure that what you are interacting with on-chain is the contract that we audited. So it's a big red flag. And yeah, we find it still way too often.
Nice, thank you for the context, and very bullish on DeFi Scan. Really looking forward to see it boom like L2 bit. Is anyone from Protocol Guild here? There we go, Peter. Hello, Peter. How's it going?
Hello.
Never heard
Good.
of this next one.
Thanks for having me. Can you guys hear me okay?
Thanks
Yes.
for coming by. And sorry, my internet is really rugging. I really hate it. But Gabe is gonna help me out here with the 30 seconds.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Please go.
Yeah, so Protocol Guild is the easiest and highest signal way to support roughly 200 contributors across 45 core Ethereum repositories. So these are everything from research to client implementations, and donations are vested on chain over 4 years via our immutable. They distribute directly to core contributors, and that ensures continuity and depth and the ability to onboard new contributors.
Well, that's really nice. That's amazing. So what question do we have prepared for them, Nico? Can you put on the game? And thanks for the intro, Peter. Let's see the question. How many Ethereum clients, execution and consensus are live on mainnet today? 8, 10, 12, or 14? 3 seconds left, guys. Go, go, go. Don't forget to submit. Yeah, time is over. Let's see. 10 people got it wrong. It was yellow. 12. The leaderboard changed it. Yeah, I'm not more on top 1. RIP, good times. I miss when I was at least on top 5. I don't see Wasabi there as well. Wasabi always is in the top 5. OG. See some new guys here on the top 5 now. It's quite cool. Every Tuesday we learn together on cohort and we play games. So it's quite a nice manner to learn together and have fun, and also to win some prize, because the top 3 will get DLM, and then you can stake to participate in the next allocation window, or you can sell if you want. It's up to you. But we are giving away like almost $1,000 per week to have fun and learn together. So it's for the new guys that's playing now. You are always welcome to come here next week as well. So let's move on. Nico, what's the next project? Are you there?
We
Nico?
have Viper next. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you. Cool, Viper, the big snake.
They could not be here, but let me read it. Can you hear me all right, or do you want to
Yeah, I
go
can
on,
hear you
Gabe?
perfectly now.
Okay,
I can go if you want, but I can hear you nicely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Viper is a Python-like smart contract programming language for the Ethereum virtual machine, for the EVM. And yeah, we did a live stream with them as well earlier on. So if you want to learn more about them, please check it out. And the question they have for us is, which major DeFi protocols on this list use Viper. Curve, Aave, Yearn, or Morpho. Get your answers in. Curve and Yearn were the correct answers. We have probably 9 people who clicked on all of them at the same time.
This
Let's
one
see
was
what's the
tricky because
scoreboard.
you needed to know it was mode selected. It was tricky.
Yeah, a tricky one. And next up, we have open source observer. And I did have to change this one as well. I hope you don't mind, sir.
Again, DeFi Prince and the Will. Welcome, Carl.
Hey, thanks everyone. Let me give a quick pitch on Open Source Observer. We are a platform for measuring impact in the open. There are 3 things that we do. First, we unify all sorts of different disparate data sets that are public data sets, from blockchain data to GitHub to package libraries to grant registries. To actually a number of the projects that are here in this round. We also work with analysts and data scientists to define metrics, algorithms, and all sorts of other cool things for measuring impact. And then finally, we help funders measure impact and fund more open source projects. So we want to ensure that we can fund all of Ethereum's public goods sustainably and encourage new builders to come in and create valuable open source projects.
That was awesome. Thank you, Carl.
Thanks.
And yes, I did change it a little bit, so I hope you don't mind. It's gonna be different than the one you submitted, but I think it's a fun one. And yeah, let's check it out. What's Vitalik's new favorite license type for open source software?
Good question.
27 answers so far. 9 got it right. Yeah, do you wanna talk a little bit about it?
About open source licenses? Well, it's a difficult topic because there are, as you know, many different types of licenses, many different flavors of licenses, and then there's really no kind of standard way, unless you kind of get into reviewing the source code to ensure that a project is using the appropriate license and respecting all the licenses that they depend on. It's an area that we've looked at a little bit, but it's actually quite complicated. There's some big businesses that just focus on ensuring that standard Web 2 companies aren't violating any license terms. So I love the fact that Vitalik is spending time to think about licensing and writing. It makes a huge difference in how people develop software and what the incentives are. And we think it's just really important that we find new models that aren't based on having an extractive or closed source model that can allow you to create and sustain valuable software.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Indeed, I saw Ben's comment there that this is related to your question because indeed you did mention that Circon is GPL. So yes, thank you for that. And next up we have Powder. If anyone from Powder is here, please. Okay, awesome. Leonardo is here. And in the meantime, let's check out the scoreboard. A lot of changes. We see Bit Blondie, M-Million, and Mate climbing up. And the differences are quite narrow, especially in the bottom 3. So really interested to see how this plays out.
Can you hear me?
Leo, I assume you are on top. Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Is that you?
I guess this one I cannot get wrong.
That's right. So wanna tell us a little bit about Powder?
Yes, so Powder is a Decay framework that accelerates and secures Decay VMs automatically using advanced compile techniques such as auto precompilers and static analysis. It's a project that started within the Ethereum Foundation and then we spun out as a company last year. So the approaches that we've been building, they can actually be integrated within any Decay VM and they directly help Ethereum scale by making Decay proofs faster, cheaper, and safer. And my question is directly related to that. Yeah, so how is it possible that Decay VMs can help Ethereum scale? I feel like it's going to turn out being an easy one. Maybe not. Yes.
Well, I'm glad to have a very informed community here. But that was a very cool question. I thought it was going to be a little bit more contested, honestly.
Yeah, I think people are very informed.
Yeah. Do you want to provide some more context about this?
So there's a movement inside Ethereum research community that tries to scale Ethereum by basically having the validators verify ZK proofs of Ethereum blocks, of the verification of those blocks, instead of rerunning the transactions themselves in all the validators, which is what happens now. So if we can get ZK proofs to be faster and faster, which is happening every year, then we can potentially make them in such a way that only one block prover will provide a proof and all the other validators only have to verify such proofs instead of rerunning all the Ethereum transactions in such a block. And this can eventually make Ethereum a lot faster and possibly enable lots more of transactions on mainnet.
Amazing. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the leaderboard. And up next we have Build Guild. They cannot be here, unfortunately, but I'm gonna read it for them. Leo still on top. Congrats, sir. Doing multitasking here. Emilian second and Centralized Death third. That seems to be immovable. This top three here. Mate climbing up on the fourth and Hanji, hey sir, on the fifth. All right, let's learn about Build Guild. Build Guild creates open source tools and educational content to onboard developers and builders into the Ethereum ecosystem. Probably many of you know about Build Guild, and their question is, which token standard allows both fungible and non-fungible tokens in a single contract? ERC 1155, ERC 777, ERC 20, or ERC 721. All right, we have 15 correct answers. Very good. And that puts some changes in the leaderboard. A third goes to second place, Hanji goes to fourth place, and we have a new contender here, Porta G. Congrats. Do we have anyone from Ethers.js? Yeah, Rick Moo is here. Hello, sir.
Oh, can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear you perfectly.
Oh, I don't know if 30 seconds is too much time, but basically Ethers.js is a simple, compact, and complete JavaScript library for all your Ethereum needs. If you've used Ethereum today, you've probably used Ethers.js, whether it's MetaMask or Uniswap or ZK Sync. That's my quick.
Amazing. Thank you for that. And we have a question as well.
Yes. So what percentage of blockchain apps use JavaScript extensively?
Wow.
That surprises me. Wow. Quite
Yeah.
practically 100%. I mean, and it makes sense when you think about your grandmother's Android phone has JavaScript on it. So it's just such a widely used backend or like language that everything is based on it. Like even your plugins for your browser are based on it. I mean, I'm curious what other people thought, because yeah, neither I or ChatGPT could find really any examples that did not use JavaScript on some wavelength of it quite extensively. But yes, that's my question.
It is literally the glue for Web3 apps, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even when you look at React Native apps that are all on your phone, it still uses that JavaScript to hold everything together.
I'm glad they got it right, because now I'm back to top 5.
There we go. Okay, back to the top 5. And Mate from HEVM on the 4th place. And that's a good opportunity to call you on stage, because you are next, sir. Jared from Subway doesn't use JavaScript. That's a good one. That's a potential meme of the day. Mate, are you around? Oh yeah, let me find you here. Invite to speak. There you go.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me? Nice. Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Mate from HEVM. We are part of the Argo Collective.
We hear you.
HEVM is a tool for concrete and symbolic execution of EVM bytecode, and it can be used in EVM-based blockchains to check for security vulnerabilities and also other kinds of potential issues, such as, for example, rounding errors, etc. Basically, everything to do with execution. It can also do equivalence checking, so you can write two versions of a code, one that is like gas efficient and one that isn't, and prove that the two are equivalent, so that you can reduce your gas usage without compromising on the safety and security of your systems. It's both a command line tool and it's also used in Echidna fuzzer, both in concrete and soon also as a symbolic execution framework within Echidna. So it's also as a library that other tools can build on and do actually build on and provide usefulness to symbolic execution in ways to people who wouldn't normally be able to access this, because it's quite complicated to do, but it's just done behind the curtain, for example, in Echidna. That's my quick spiel.
Nice, matey. Thank you so much. And what question you got for us? Let's see. Let's play the game, Nico. Nico, you there? Nico right now in the chat. Let's send him energy. Nico recently moved to Poland and is getting troubles in the new house with the internet. Let's wait a little bit, because he's the only one with the access to the quest and the questions.
Right, I think I can take next now. Question.
We're back. Yes, nice. Let's go. How much money has been lost roughly in the last 3 months alone due to exploits on Ethereum? Damn, I got it wrong this time. I'm out of the top 5. So I think we have more 14 questions left, but with Nico, this speed, we're gonna end tomorrow. I wish I could play next for you guys. But this game is fun, right? We usually have less questions, so because today it's a special day, Dragon, then we have so many. Oh, look, I guess he's back. He updated the leaderboard. Nico?
Guys, for bearing with me today. It's really annoying.
Hello, sir. You are back. Nice.
Yes. Do we have anyone from 8's here? Oh, no, they actually are not here. So 8's is they research, develop, and run critical public goods infrastructure in the staking ecosystem and are committed to neutrality and open source principles. And the question is, Ethereum L1 relays have facilitated approximately how much ETH since inception at the merge? Always go with the biggest number. Yes, that was the case this time, but it's not always, sir. It's not always like that. Let's check out the scoreboard.
Back on the
Yeah,
5.
Nice, congrats. And we have the top 3 block movable there. Mate, I also thought German internet was the worst until I moved to Poland. It really is bad, man. I mean, you are experiencing it firsthand here, unfortunately. So really appreciate you all staying with me. And next up, we have Solidity, who also could not be here. Probably we all know Solidity. It's a statically typed curly braces programming language designed for developing smart contracts that run on Ethereum. And the question they have for us is, as of 2025, roughly what percentage of TVL is supported by Solidity smart contracts in the blockchain industry? I think my internet is back to normal, to the Polish gods. 85% is the correct answer.
Nice. I got it right again.
Let's see. Oh, the scoreboard did not move at all this time. Interesting. But Bryce is in the top 20, so watch out there.
But it's impossible to catch up with Leo. He's unstoppable.
He's unstoppable. He knows Ethereum like the palm of his hand. And now we have DApp nodes. Chui, can you jump in?
GM, everybody. Can you hear me?
We hear you well.
Okay, great. So
take it away.
Okay, great. DApp node is the easiest way to run a node, especially if you come from a non-technical background. So whether you want to run your own node for privacy reasons, as a developer tool, or even to run some incentivized validators on top of it, DApp node is the easiest way to achieve this. Yeah, I think that's it. Was I like, did I do that too fast, or maybe maybe I mean
20 something seconds, so that was absolutely perfect and smooth. So thank you for that. You wanna let's go for your question, which is a kind of tricky one.
Okay. So which of the following amounts of staked ETH are not valid for an Ethereum validator?
And the hint is that it changed with the Petra update, right?
Yes, this changed after the Petra hard fork. Whoa, a lot of people fell for that.
Yes. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. So after Petra, now we have EIP 7002, which pretty much changed the value of max effective balance, which allows you to not only have a balance of 32 ETH in each validator, but also anything between 32 and 2048 ETH. So the answer here was 3,200 ETH. Since you cannot have that much ETH staked on the same validator, you would have to split it into multiple ones. So yeah, this is one of the recent updates that Ethereum underwent. So yeah, I hope you learned something today.
Sure. Thank you, Chui, for coming by. And next up, we have Faye, who could not be here. And right after, we're going to have Samba, if maybe Nelson or someone is here. Faye is a high-level language that compiles to EVM. It's Rust-based. And the next question straight away is, which of these Ethereum clients was written in Rust? Geth, Lighthouse, Reth, or Prism? Let's see. Oh, nice. 15 correct answers. Let's see what that did to the scoreboard. Centralized Death back to the third place. Was a little scared by a million who would take his place, but not anymore. And next up, we have Samba. Is Melson or someone from the Samba team here. 4,000 points, nice. Is that top 20? I think Meltson is not here. So I'm gonna talk about Samba quickly. Samba is a Java-based implementation of a portal client for Ethereum. And the question they have for us, and this is the third to last question. Which of these data is in a block header? Parent header, transactions, commerce, withdrawals.
No, I got crooked this one.
Yes, indeed. And centralized debt also got back to the fourth place. All right. And last but not least, we have ephemery testnet. Is anyone from the team here wanna jump in to give the pitch? Please message in the chat if you're here, or just request to speak. And that's the second to last. We're not gonna have double or nothing, but the last question should be really easy, and like if you're fast enough, I'm sure you're gonna have enough points. Hood was really bugged today. I don't know what's going on with my tech stuff. It's just trolling me today because I could not set it up. Let's see, maybe it worked, but I think it did not work. Yes, all right. I don't think the people from Ephemery are here, but Ephemery is implementing native Ephemery testnet support in Aragon and Grandine client pairs to enable seamless high-intensity Ethereum testing workflows for developers and node validators. And the question they have is, which testnet will be deprecated this year? Let's see. Oh, Gurley was already deprecated. The correct answer is Holsky. Wow, crazy. This one wrecked a bunch of people. Let's see. But it did not wreck our kings of the hill, Leo, Matei, and now Hanji. Now centralized death also still up there, but Rip Holsky. F in the chat for Holsky this year.
We have a new face in the top 5, Leah. Nice.
Yeah, let's see if Leah can make it to the top 3 to win some prizes with the next question. That should be quite easy. And I saw you, Gloria, so you're here. Sorry you could not jump up. If you want, I can give you 30 seconds now. I'm going to invite you to speak and give a quick pitch about Ephemery, if you feel like it.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
So have you ever tried to test a new DApp or a validator setup? And what are the challenges you normally go through? So basically, with our current testnet, you find issues like blocked history, inactive validators, and things like insufficient faucets, which is very common, especially when you want to deploy dApps and all of that. So, and that's where Ephemery comes in. So Ephemery is a refreshable or is a testnet that restarts every 28 days. So it resets and then you can start on a clean slate every 28 days. So there's no more issues of insufficient testnet fund or bloated history and all of that. So that's one of the problems we are.
Thank you, Glory. That's super cool. And we're going to hear from you in one of the live streams as well. So if you're interested in learning more, please come back. So now I'm not sure because I went back in this slideshow. Maybe you get a chance to win more points. So if you remember the answer and we go to the question and it's still playable, feel free. No, false flag. You cannot do that. But we have our last question now. Just say thanks everybody for coming to the Dragon's Den, this special edition where we heard from a lot of Epoch 8 projects. It was super fun. And let's see the moment of the truth. Last question. How many projects are there in Octant Epoch 8? 20, 26, 30, or 32? 30. All right. Let's see what's the final podium for today's Dragon's Den. Hanji on the third place. We knew this. Matei on the second. And of course, Leo on the first place. Congratulations to everybody. Good game. For the winners, please message Durgadas to receive your GLM. He's gonna send them over to you. And I think Mike deserves the meme award today. Mike, please message Durgadas as well. And guys, awesome. I apologize for the technical fixed, and also for our town hall on Thursday. And just as a reminder that we'll have another live stream tomorrow and in the next days. So the immediate next one is tomorrow, and then on Friday we'll have another one, and next week another set of 3 live streams, including one workshop by ETH Staker that if you're interested, I'm going to share 1 second. It's pretty cool. I'll share it with you. Nope, it's not helping. Okay, just check out our X account. You will see it there. And
thank you everyone for coming by. Cheers. Bye bye.